Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're playing some Noita. I'm sorry I'm late. I was fixing up some commands on my stream, so everything should be working a little bit better. And yeah, we're here now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the patch notes. It looks like they've updated it, and yeah, we'll see what's going on. So there is Tau, Sigma. Sigma is a spell that scares me. And is Tau also in the Greek letter? I would assume so. They sound similar. So these two scare me a lot because they spawn in the they'll spawn in the same pool that the alchemist drops. And if these don't allow for infinite spell casting of like black holes or something, then this is really going to hurt the all bosses speedrun. So maybe I should go on to the main branch and focus on that for a little bit. Now that all the bosses are released on there, might be a good idea because it's going to make things a lot harder. So hopefully that'll help. Also, update: the duplicate spell is no longer a modifier to avoid recursion-related crashes. There was a duplicate spell? I'm kind of mad that I didn't find that. when was that added to the game? God damn. Oh, that would have been sweet. I could have broken the hell out of the game. Let's see here. Is that all for now? I think those are the main ones. There's also some bug fixes. Fixed a rare instance where casting a specific combination of spells could instantly kill the player. I think I've had that happen to me. In fact, I'm certain I've had that happen to me. I'm not sure if they got the right one or got all of them, but they got one of them, so that's good news. Guiding powder was pointing wrong in certain cases. That's a really important change, obviously. Chain spell was lagging heavily with certain spell combinations because now it works better with modifiers, I think. Is that the reason? I'm not sure. See, they obviously changed it over to a projectile. Maybe that nature changed it a little bit. More hatred perk is affected... more hatred perk affected relations of players and plague rats. Yep. That sucked. Replay, edit, progress, display was missing a % character. Interesting. Concentrated mana was no longer melting certain metals. That's a nice change. Good evening. How you doing, Seven Bambi? Welcome on in. We're just going over the patch notes really quick here. And then we're going to get into a run. Cursed Orb's effect didn't work when combined with other effects like necromancy. That's interesting. I probably wouldn't have caught that because Cursed Orb is not a spell that I use terribly often. I've used it a small amount, but it is generally not the best spell, but it isn't bad. It's alright. Font rendering on some graphics card text rendering would cause nasty vertical glitches. I see. Alright, and then there's some more Lewis stuff, which is fantastic. Get material inventory, main material, convert material everywhere. Oh man, convert material everywhere. That's gonna be fun. Convert material on area instantly. That looks like a lot of stuff for the Twitch integration, that sort of thing. That's what that reminds me of. Okay, so my game plan is I am going to do a run. How you doing, non-permanents? Welcome on in. I'm going to do a run where we go so fast that we break the game, in that we are going to build up enough speed where we crash, and ideally we will be so fast that like if I just tap either A or D, we either teleport into a parallel world or the game dies. That's what I want to do today, because that is just stupid, and for some reason I've never tried it. And the main reason I've never tried that is because there used to be an infinite speed glitch that I had discovered a long time ago, and you know, it was just like if you wanted to go infinitely fast and break the game, you could just do the like 4 spell combo and go as fast as you want. But they patched that out of the game, and I haven't really tried breaking the sound barrier since. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Also, there's a hell of a lot of spiders kicking around here, which is scary for obvious reasons. Spiders can do an awful lot of damage if you let them, especially when they're in large amounts like that. Some more gold down here. I gotta go and grab my tablet. That's what I was working toward, and I got a little bit sidetracked. That's okay. So far, so good. Haven't taken a hit. This is a no-hit run or anything like that. That is certainly not the plan. This guy's got a wand, and I think it's a fireball wand. Fireballs do some pretty significant damage. I'm not getting that gold, am I? No, that's a shame. That is a shame. I gotta listen for that, that fire guy. It'd be a real shame if he died, and I didn't get his money. Okay. Looks like it's just more fire bombs. That's some more gold that I'm missing out on, because it's sunk to the bottom. My goodness, this is a very busy right-hand side of the floor. Normally it's not terribly busy in here, but there's a lot going on. Yeah, how you doing, Nutsy and Gatorally? Welcome, both of you. I hope you're doing well. Ah, dang it. Dang it. How's it going? It's going good. I was struggling to start the stream this morning because I had some stuff that I needed to fix. And I said at the end of last stream, oh yeah, I'm just gonna fix it before the next stream starts, and I did eventually fix it, but it took me way longer than I expected. I thought it was just gonna be a really easy thing. And it turned out to be a less easy thing. But at least it's fixed, which is good. It was really annoying me. Basically, my notification things were off, and like the text wasn't showing up properly. And that, I don't know about you guys, but that sort of thing drives me nuts. I don't know. I do not want to look at that sort of thing. Did I see the new spells? Yes. Not hard enough for me. I mean, it was, I would say that it was difficult for me, purely because I'm not good at that sort of thing. Alright, well I managed to get those guys, but I did take a pretty hefty amount of damage in the meantime. It could have gone a lot better, but I guess it also could have gone worse. We got 410 gold. I can't complain too loud. But yeah, there's new spells, which is really interesting. We'll see how that plays. And I think one of them is called, like, Concentrated Plasma Beam. So any Plasma Beam support that we get is really, really fucking good. Because Plasma Beam is definitely one of the strongest new additions to the game in terms of usefulness. In my personal opinion, I think those spells are extremely good. And the more support they get, you know, the better they will become. This guy is coming for me. Look at that. He is just charging the way. He should be able to sneak through there. I don't know. I think I'm going to go down and around and upwarp some water at his feet. I think that's the solution. These guys are really easy to deal with when you've got ground above them. Because you can just kind of bully them with your water flask. My goodness. I was not quite ready to get knocked all the way down here, but that's okay. That is fine. Thankfully this set on fire as well. Hey, my tablet somehow ended up in there. That's really weird. Is that approximately where I threw it? Maybe I'm just misremembering things. 37 life is a little uncomfortable on the first floor, not gonna lie. I'd rather have more than that. This is such a ridiculous situation. Yeah, I could grab Polymorph. I was planning on it. But I gotta deal with this guy first. He's drunk, you don't know what he'll do. Okay, there we go. We got him. We got him. Not too bad. But yeah, Polymorph could be useful in a couple different ways. I don't generally do that Holy Mountain trick because it puts you at huge risk in a couple different scenarios. And I play around, like, worst-case scenarios, and one of the worst-case scenarios that can happen is you polymorph out of the Holy Mountain and instantly get shot by a fire bee. And that is just a very, very sad way to die. Plasma beam spell, is it a passive like the perk or the trap? It's more like the trap. It does a ton of damage. Noita and Risk, can't believe... Well, yeah, you gotta take the mitigation, right? There's so many ways to play this game, like, better. And if you can do at least a couple of them, then it really helps. This is an interesting spawn. Generally there's a lot more stuff there, I thought. That's weird. I'll definitely check out the flask at the very least. Oh, hey, that's a really good find. Very pleased about that. This is gonna result in some decent money. Take your time. Don't want to have bad stuff happen to me with these mushrooms. Hey, that's really good. That's a nice start for me. I care a lot about the double spell, so I'll definitely take that. The double spell is really good. The wand itself, not so much, but everything other than the wand itself is pretty good. Even the summon rock spirit is a pretty solid spell. I don't use it terribly often, just because there's not that much reason for it. But it is handy. And I even got a damage modifier to kick something. I don't know, to kick off the run. It's pretty good. Pretty good. There we go. My brain is just breaking. Apparently, it's too early for this. It's too early for this. By the way, how you doing, Green Garn? Wow, there it is. All right, that was easy. That looks incredibly dangerous. A specialized beam in cutting materials. We got explosion and electric immunity. They're both very good, but I'm absolutely going to take electric immunity to start. So this is a very interesting thing. We've already got the new spell. We've got the ability to fight Steven really easily, which is great. And let's go ahead and try out this new spell, see what it looks like. It's much shorter. It's a very fast spell. So it doesn't melt through this. When it says it specializes in cutting materials, what kind of materials do you think? Clearly not that. Well, that's not that good. But that's okay. It doesn't need to be that good necessarily. It's very fast. It's a very short-lived spell. We're gonna try and fight like one more thing, or we're gonna try and fight a thing with it really briefly, just to see what the damage is like. It looks like it might have some really big burst potential, which could be pretty good. That does dig, my god, look at that. So it doesn't do the hardest materials in the game, but it sure does softer materials well. How you doing, El Chupacabra? Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. I imagine it's going to deal damage to the player, and I'm not going to learn that the hard way. Yet, at least. We'll learn that later, I think. That is the game plan. So we can do a chainsaw setup already, which is pretty nice. Something along this line. That's pretty nice. Maybe a wisp thing with this lifetime. Yeah, it might open up the ability to do an infinite wisp or something along that line, potentially. It's not a bad idea. Is there a way to spawn every time with acceleration potion? No, you'd have to set the seed. It's El Chupacabra. It is a, like, 1 in 20-ish chance, I think. It's 5%, or slightly less than 5% chance to spawn with an acceleration potion every time. Does it destroy gold? I don't know yet, but we're going to use this for digging on this next floor, so we will learn. We will learn. And I think I'm just going to use this as my basic setup. I don't need anything else. But yeah, this seems like a very good spell. Maybe with the custom seed mod? I mean, theoretically, yeah. There's all sorts of stuff you can do with the I mean, you can just kind of pick custom seeds that way. I don't know, there's not really like an elegant way of doing it yet. I requested a mod that allowed us to do exactly that, but like for speedrunning, and they said, well, that defeats the purpose of random seed. How you doing, Couch Monster? Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. How are you on this fine day? Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a couple unstable crystals. We got one of these things. For those of you just joining us, we've got a cool new spell already called Plasma Cutter. And it basically just liquefies materials. Look at that. That is really good. That is extremely high value. This is going to be a very useful spell, I believe. And I need to learn how much damage it does compared to the other plasma beams. How dare you live in another time zone and stream in the morning? Yes, of course. I apologize. Okay, so it does eat gold, for those of you wondering, which means you're going to have to place this thing pretty carefully to not lose everything. But that's okay. I mean, it can eat gold and still be good. Black holes eat gold, luminous drills eat gold. Bored of dying 2-hour-long runs, so I tried a little bit of speed running, and it's much more fun. Yeah, to mix things up is really good. But yeah, El Chupacabra, the whole non-acceleration start thing really does suck. I think that if you're still like learning and getting into it, you might not need to worry about it as much. But I do understand the desire to, you know, have the optimal setup, because that's literally me. It's like, oh man, there's still so much time to improve. I could easily get record without using acceleration, but you know, the chances, like, you're literally cutting 20 seconds off of your time for nothing, which is a lot. That is so much in like a fast speed run. It doesn't matter as much on all bosses and that sort of thing, but boy does it matter on the shorter runs. Green says, by the way, when it comes to polymorphing out of the altar, you can land on the ledge. Yeah, so right there you can land, but it's just a really tight spot for the most part. And also, how you doing, Sokolis? Welcome on in. This wand is pretty interesting, and I could consider using it. Let's see here. So I'm gonna dump a couple of these off because I probably won't need that many. But I could just do this. Did our cat start playing with the toys? That's amazing, Sokolis. That is wonderful. Oh, that is awesome. So the one problem with this wand is it'll run out of mana eventually. But that said, it's also, I don't know if I care, you know? I don't think I do, because it's just gonna be fine. Ninja Goose says, hello Alias, how are you doing on this fine day? My back kinda hurts. I don't know why. I'm trying to like sit better, and it hurts more. And also I was late because I'm dumb. But other than that, doing good. Doing good. Happy to be here. Excited for the run. I've got a cool one planned. We are going to try and break the speed barrier and go faster than any Noita has gone before. How you doing, Crystal? Do you have an orthopedic chair? I do not. I have no such thing. Hey, there's a treasure chest. Don't mind if I do. It's fine. Pro tip for back pain, take the painkillers so your muscles don't make it worse with the pain spasms. Is it really the muscles that are hurting? I guess it would be, right? I'm glad, Crystal. That's good to hear. Some pretty nice spells here. But they're also kind of pricey. So maybe we'll come back for those in a little bit. Anti-inflammatory painkillers work well. I feel like my back isn't bad enough to take painkillers. I'm always really worried about taking like any sort of stuff like that, just because I know that you know, there are risks to that sort of thing. That is quite the situation in there, I must say. So there's an Uko with an exploding bomb wand and a, oh my god, that's a living wand. That's fucked. Okay. That wand is pheromoned, which means it's actually my friend. So, believe it or not, I moderately trust that wand. This is spooky. Okay. There's God, this is scary. You need relaxation to make it better, and pain makes the muscle stiff and makes it worse. I see. I see. It's really not that bad. It's relatively mild. But yeah, obviously something that I'd rather... Like, obviously after the end of the day, it's probably going to be a lot worse. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Which might be a terrible way of thinking about it. Oh, look at that. He died in 2 hits. That's not bad. Man, so that wand got, what would the word be? It got controlled by that pheromone that popped there. So that's basically what happened there. I'm gonna take the pheromone here instead. I think that's pretty high value. Lightning is terrifying. It'll get worse with age. Start muscle training for your back. Yeah, I actually want to do like 1,000,000 times more working out than what I do. And when I say 1,000,000 times, maybe like 10 or 20 times. Because that's probably a little bit more realistic than 1,000,000. 1,000,000 is not a realistic human number in 99% of scenarios. Can you do like 1,000,000 anything? I don't know. I guess there's probably people who like counted to 1,000,000 and crazy shit like that. This wand is useless to me. I don't care for it. So we will leave it. This wand scares the hell out of me, so I'm going to grab it and slightly move it in the hopes that an enemy cannot grab it. So we are going to cram it into this corner here. I can't actually go this way. So we're just going to take a bunch of damage there. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this spot here is actually a trap. And wait, I actually did make it through, at least part way. I guess if the water is higher, it's more of a problem. But right here, you get stuck. And I didn't want to click this thing because obviously that could potentially hurt me if I'm trying to go back up. Breathe 1,000,000 times? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess there's like basic human functions that you've done 1,000,000 times. I wonder if your heart beats 1,000,000 times. Probably. I know that they've done the math on how many heartbeats a life has. So I'm sure the information is out there. This wand is pretty legit. I'm happy to have found a decent always cast. Always cast can make the early game of Noita a lot more interesting for me, because you know, it's nice to have more build options, and being able to like rapid fire random dumb spells that I don't use that much is always cool to me. I'm a fan. I've got that concentrated mana going, so I don't have to worry too much about running out of mana, which is really nice. I can't believe he did not get hit there. That's very impressive. And I also didn't even see the mushroom explode there, so that could have been some pretty hefty damage to me. Your heart beats about 100,000 times a day. Yeah, so you pretty easily hit 1,000,000 there. I recently watched a video on numbered heartbeats for modern humans. It's about 3 billion. That's pretty good. As we've seen, humans on average a heart rate of around 60 to 70 beats per minute, give or take. We live 70 or so years, giving us over 2 billion beats all up. How you doing, Solar? Welcome on in. Where are damn quality options? Do we not have quality options? Should I reset for quality options, chat? I think I might have to, for Solar's sake. We got... Oh, that... What? This is the most ambrosia-looking fire potion I've ever seen. I don't normally get fooled, but this one got me. That's impressive. That is impressive. Watching your stream, we probably are up to 3 billion. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we got 47,000 hours of watch time just this last year. So that, you know, do the math on that. How many lives have we claimed? How many lifetimes have we spent watching Twitch? That is the question. My highest heart rate was 192 BPM. I think I have a slightly high heart rate, and I don't know why. Probably because I don't exercise enough. Another reason to exercise, I suppose. How you doing, Sig Trap? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm going to do a quick reset of the stream, so don't panic. We'll be right back. I'm just going to try and get quality options here. How do you throw a potion on the ground without destroying it? I'll show you right when we come back, Nazi. Here we go.